everyone, so as you can see I'm barefaced and today I'm going to be doing another makeup tutorial. So I'm going to start off with a bit of eye cream. I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit. I've got my Warby Brown hydrating eye cream and I'm just going to pop this underneath my eyes. So basically, I was going to say, it looks a bit dark in here and it's just because I've got my curtains shut due to the fact that I do live on the ground floor, and I might actually try and open it just a little bit. That's a little bit better. Basically our apartment is ground floor and literally when I have my ring light on people can see me. Probably look really weird and people are probably staring at me, but no, car just went past. Next I'm going to be moving on to my vitamin enriched face base, also by Warby Brown. This is like one of my favourite products ever. Just feels amazing and smells amazing. So I'm just massaging that into my skin. If I'm not wearing makeup, I tend to wear the hydrating face cream. You can use this as well. I just prefer this one under makeup. Also, I don't know what this is next to my eye. Got like this little like spot and it's so painful, so please ignore. I'm gonna do my eyebrows off of camera and I will be right. So as you can see, I've done my brows and then I've just concealed under them and I've just covered that spot and like the ones on my chin because it was really bothering me. I've also moved my TV. So my TV is always on my desk, but I've just moved it because otherwise when my hair is so dark, it was just making the whole background just look so dark and you couldn't really see me at all. So I'm going to move on to my eyes and I'm going to take the cream shadow stick in taupe, and these are amazing. They've got like an 8-hour wear and they're just so creamy, and when I first saw these I wasn't sure how I'd feel about them just because I normally wear powder shadow, but these are literally insane and they just don't budge once you put them on. They do feel a little sticky when you first like apply them, but then they do dry down like matte. Just all I'm going to do, so I do have concealer on but I've just got it to cover around my brows. I've got no concealer on my lid and I'm just going to like draw this just on my lid and into my crease, doing like a sort of C shape, like that. The brush I'm using to blend it out is a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer, and I'm just sort of more concentrating on the edges. You don't have to be quick with these either, like you don't have to blend them out like quick. I like how it's just like a soft eye look. As you can see, it's so easy to blend. Just drag it down as well, but I am going to be putting foundation on. So easy. If you struggle with shadow, these are so good. And do the same the other side. I don't struggle with eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is one of my favourite things to practice, but I just like how quick these are. Quick and easy look. I mean, you could put like bronzer in your crease, but to be honest, I feel like this just adds a little bit more drama. Just softly blend it as I get up towards the eyebrow. I'll just do the exact same on the bottom part. So I'm just going to run that along my lash line. Blend it in with that same brush. You can use your fingers too, but I always prefer to use brushes. Further look that brushes give. I feel like if you are going to use a brush though, you need like a fluffy brush. A brush that's a little bit more sort of precise, I feel like won't blend it out as nicely. And I'm just meeting that up with the top of the eye, like so. I'm going to be popping some liner on. I'm going to use a brown liner on my eyes, just because I want it a bit more sort of softer and smoky. You can achieve the same look with black, I just prefer brown at the moment. So all I'm going to do is just scoop a bit of liner out, put it on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to line my lash line. I think I tried to show this in my last video, but my camera like didn't pick up on the footage. And I'm pretty sure I like press record, but who knows. People around here are so loud. I'm grabbing a Morphe M326. This is just like a really small, precise smudger brush. And then I'm just going to smudge that liner in. Just going to build up more. just want it really grungy. I don't want it to be like a precise line either. Just like that. My waterline, I'm going to do the exact same thing. And my tight line. So it's just run this along the tight line, just pushing the product into the eye. Just makes your lashes look a lot thicker too. Then with the waterline, doing the exact same thing. And where you've got it in your tight line and your waterline, is we're going to really hold that product in place. And then all I'm doing is just dragging it from my waterline into my lash line. Just grabbing that smudger brush, smudging that in. And again, if you need any more, just build it up. It's going to take it a bit lower. I'm going to do my other eye off camera, and we'll move on to lashes. So as you can see, both my eyes are done. I'm going to pop my lashes on. The lashes I'm using, I believe they're I think they're like the Jasmine Lash or something by Doll Beauty, but I really need to get some more lashes. So these are like on their last legs. I just accidentally ruined another pair of lashes I've got by trying to pick them up, and they like broke. But they were like really delicate, so I like pinched them in the wrong place and they just like a bit come off. I'm so glad as well as I have my Revlon glue back, because one glue I cannot get on with is Duo. I don't know, it just does not work for me at all. I've never found a glue apart from the House of Lashes one that sort of works for me, as well as the Revlon one. So I hope they never stop doing it. And I didn't curl my lashes before putting on my natural lashes before putting on my false ones, because the mascara I use really helps to curl my lashes. So I don't really need to, I find. What's my camera doing? Is it okay? I think I've accidentally put it on a special feature. By the way, my hair is so dark and I'm so sick of it. I really want to go lighter. I'm thinking balayage. And I'm waiting for hairdressers to get back to me because I really want it done for my birthday. Also, if you love coffee, you need these cups in your life. So now my lashes are on, I'm going to move on to my skin makeup. The foundation I've been wearing for the past week has been the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. Mine is in NC40 and I've been really enjoying this. I've been wearing it to work because I find the bright lights at work seem to just melt my makeup off, and I find this really helps. Around my nose area, my nose always gets sort of oily anyway, especially because I wear my glasses and I get that annoying little mark here where my glasses have been. But apart from that, literally around the rest of my face, this is so good. I mentioned this in a vlog as well, but when I was in MAC, the girl actually gave me a Face and Body C5 sample. So I'm actually going to mix the two together because she said that the two together have a really lovely sort of almost like a dewy sort of look, so this will make this a little bit more sort of dewy looking. I'm going to take both on the back of my hand. The only annoying thing, this is 25ml, and if you are to buy this full price, it's £30. I'm lucky because I get discount because I work for Estee Lauder, but yeah, it's just a bit pricey otherwise. It's £30, so I wish that it was 30ml. Apart from that, I really like it. And then I've got the Face and Body sample. It's very liquidy, so I'm just using the end of my brush to put some on my hand. Put a bit there as well. It's literally like having a pot of water because it's a water-based foundation. I'm going to use my sponge to blend this in. The sponge I'm using is my Morphe sponge just because I really enjoy this, and it's about £8, whereas the Beauty Blender is £16. So when I'm looking at this, the C5 shade, the Face and Body foundation, is a little bit darker than the waterproof foundation. Blend that in. One thing I love about MAC foundations is the smell. I know some people really hate the smell, but I really enjoy it. I don't know why. As you can see, it looks so light, but once this has dried down, it's like the perfect colour. Because I do have an NC42 and I find it far too dark for me. It's really orange. So I have to mix it with another foundation if I'm going to wear that. But that is probably my favourite MAC foundation, this Studio Fix. I'm going to take my brush just around here because I don't want to mess up that eyeshadow. I've heard people say that MAC foundations break them out. Yeah, I've never had that problem. As you can see, it's a really nice colour when it's blended in. I'm going to do the other side. I was having a really good time with my skin recently, but all of a sudden it's just gone bad again. find it funny how it just looks so light on my hand and to start with, and once it's on, it's like such a good colour. I find it funny when you can see it oxidise. I think that's always why I'm a bit nervous when I get colour matched with certain foundations, because you find like the perfect shade, and then it oxidises and you're like, oh my god. That happened to me with the Kat Von D foundation. I think I've mentioned that before, that the one I picked up I thought was like okay. I wore it when I got back home and it was literally yellow. Okay, I do have like this horrible spot here and these marks on my chin, but apart from that, I like the two together. I think the Face and Body has just definitely given it that more sort of luminous feel, because when I've been wearing this like on a day-to-day, it has not been like this and I really like it. I probably wouldn't mix it with the Face and Body for work, just because I do tend to get, as I said, quite oily at work, very shiny. So apart from that, the day when I'm not working, I really like this. The colour as well is really good for my neck. So what I'm going to do now, because my camera is flashing at me, it's had enough of me, tiniest bit of concealer on. When I say tiny, I'm going to literally just put blob on my hand. And I'm grabbing my MAC 242 brush. I think this is the 242. It's rubbed off. Yeah, it's 242. I'm just going to apply that under my eyes just to brighten up. And as you can see, I'm not taking it up far because I've got that eyeshadow on. I don't normally tend to apply concealer anymore, like around the rest of my face. So I'm just getting my Morphe M173 brush and I'm just pushing that into my skin. I prefer a brush when I've got shadow on like this because I find it's easier to blend in around the eye. And I can just sort of like buff away the edges. Whereas I find with a sponge, it sort of goes over it and looks a bit harsh. And that's why I've sort of tried to not apply hardly any concealer too. I always get this sort of little indent in my nose. Yeah, and then you can just drag the concealer up to where you sort of want it. And then before I set it, I go back with the brush we originally blended the eyeshadow with, so there's not a harsh line. For my powder, I'm going to be using my new powder, which I still cannot decide if I love because I've not worn it when I've not been in work. So it's the Fenty Beauty Butter powder, and when I applied this the other day, I actually applied it with my sponge instead of a brush, and I actually preferred it. Getting my sponge, I'm just going to set around my eyes, and I don't take a lot of this. Just around the eye area. As you can see, it's very brightening. On the chin, this powder, I cannot even tell you how nice it smells. The Airspun one that I used to use all the time smelled like that sort of like old lady perfume smell. A couple of them I had, and the collection powder doesn't smell nice either, but this smells of like cupcakes or like vanilla. Oh, and I'm just going to set on my forehead. Now, as I always say, my foundation always tends to go into the lines of my forehead. My foundation has not done that today, which I'm glad about. And the other day I used my sponge when it was dry instead of wet, so just go over. As you can see, I didn't set any sort of parts of my head. I don't ever tend to do that anymore. So just so when I apply my bronzer, it's really nice. And I'm not going to cream bronze today, just literally going to go in with my Barley Brown bronzer, which is my favourite bronzer. Just going to take a lot, tap off any excess and just apply that around my forehead. I love the colour of this. It's just like a real warm tone, and it's got shimmer in it, but you literally can't see it on the skin. It just looks like healthy. And it's funny because before I started working for Bobby, I couldn't find a bronzer that I loved. Like the only one I sort of tended to really love was the MAC Give Me Some, but I still had another MAC one to use up, so I never repurchased Give Me Some, but just sort of apply that around the apples of my face too, just to sort of lift, and then on the jaw. And then a tiny bit on my ear. For blusher, I'm using an old blush, and I've never really, I've used this probably about 3 or 4 times. I've owned it for years, probably had it about 3 years, probably used it like 3 or 4 times. And it is the NARS Super Orgasm Blusher. This is what it looks like. And everyone goes on about NARS Orgasm. I don't have that one, don't know why. What I'm going to do is smile. I think it's because the way I was applying it, hardly any colour would come off. And I always prefer more peachy sort of blush. Okay, it's nice. I'm then gonna go back over my powder brush just to tidy that up. Mascara, I'm applying my eye-opening mascara from Bobbi Brown. Bobbi Brown. And this is a mascara that really holds a curl. I think people are always scared of the brush because it is a very thick brush. It's like the best. The way with this is not to wiggle your lashes. Craig just almost caused me a heart attack. Then I'm going to grab the MAC lip pencil in cork. Craig's left the door open so I can hear it.
I'm going back out.
And it is a new one. I've not tried this lip pencil before. I ordered it the other day and I hope it doesn't disappoint. So I'm just going to line my lips. Everyone and their mum raves about this. And I've bought similar ones that are cheaper. But I've bought dupes of this, like the Morphe ones. Look at me. I actually look like. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on my favourite lipstick, my Jamie Genevieve MAC lipstick. I'm so gutted that they don't do this one anymore. Oh, brow gel. Just using a good old Primark brow gel, which is clear. This cost me £1. It does the job. Just fluff my hairs up. I always get my actual hair caught in my eyebrow. By the way, the brow pencil that I have on is from Primark too. It is the double-ended one. And it has the powder too. It's got like the spoolie, the powder. I'm gonna brush my hair and be right back. So this is the finished makeup look. I really hope that you enjoyed it. One thing I haven't done is put on highlighter, which I might do. I'm just taking one of my random brushes and I'm going to pop on my Inglot No. 2 Sparkling Dust Face, Eyes and Body. I'm just going to take a little bit from the lid. Just a little bit of a... I'm not going to pop it anywhere else though. As I've not really been actually wearing highlighter recently. I'm just going to go over that with my blusher brush. Sometimes I just find where I'm getting a bit like oilier, like especially at work, I don't really want to look any more shiny, so that's why I've not really been wearing highlighter. But yeah, let me know as well what you think of me getting lighter hair. My natural hair colour, everyone thinks it's black, but it's not. It's actually a really like light brown. So yeah, I'm excited. I want a change. I feel like if you have black hair, you always like, for a while you're really happy with it, then randomly you just want like really light hair. Does anyone else get like that? I'm pretty sure it's like a thing with having dark hair. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Hope that didn't ramble too much, because when I go to edit these they're always so long. My last video I think was like almost like 18 minutes long, or maybe longer than that. So I hope this isn't as long. Zoom in on the makeup for you. So it's a nice matte smoky brown eye with smoked liner, dewy skin. I'd say more medium coverage, I wouldn't say full coverage. And then a nice nude lip with nice brown liner. I really like this liner actually. I think like this would look gorgeous, especially as well on really fair skin tones. Like I love seeing really fair skin tones wearing a nice dark brown lip. I feel like it looks so nice and really youthful too. So I will be going now, but I will see you in my next video. If you have any requests of any makeup tutorials or any videos you would like to see from me on this channel, then please let me know and I will see you in my next video. Take care, bye!